Welcome everyone. If you've been following this series, you've probably realized that every lesson has been building towards one goal. Not just learning individual marketing tools, but creating a complete marketing system. Throughout this series, we've built each piece one step at a time. We've created a sales funnel, we've built a landing page, we've set up email marketing, we've automated our marketing, we've organized our contacts inside a CRM. We've created an appointment booking system, we've automated our follow-up process, we've built a Google review system, and finally, we've created a lead magnet to attract new leads into the funnel. On their own, each of these systems is useful, but the real power comes when they all work together. That's exactly what this video is about. Instead of jumping between individual tutorials, we're going to walk through the complete marketing system from beginning to end. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how every piece connects together to create a business that consistently attracts leads, nurtures relationships, books appointments, follows up automatically, and generates reviews. Whether you're starting a business from scratch or improving an existing one, this complete system can save hours of manual work while creating a far better experience for your customers. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's build your complete marketing system. If you've ever wondered how businesses turn complete strangers into leads, customers, and sales on autopilot, the answer is usually a sales funnel. The problem is that sales funnels often sound far more complicated than they really are. You'll hear people talking about landing pages, automations, CRM systems, email sequences, lead magnets, and conversion rates. And before long, it feels overwhelming. The good news is that a sales funnel is actually a very simple concept. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how a sales funnel works, how to build one from scratch, the pages you need, the biggest mistakes to avoid, and then I'll show you what a simple funnel looks like inside a real funnel building platform. Let's get started. The first thing you need to understand is that a sales funnel is simply a customer journey. Think about the last time you bought something online. You probably didn't wake up one morning and immediately hand over your credit card. You discovered something, you learned about it, you considered it, and then you made a decision. That's exactly what a funnel does. It guides people through that process. At the simplest level, every sales funnel contains 4 parts: traffic, lead capture, follow-up, offer. That's it. Let's look at each one. Step 1 is traffic. Traffic simply means people. Without traffic, your funnel doesn't exist. People can come from YouTube, Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, referrals, email, paid advertising. The goal is simply to get somebody interested enough to take the next step. Now let's say somebody watches your YouTube video. What happens next? This is where step 2 comes in. Lead capture. Most businesses make a huge mistake here. They send people directly to their homepage. The problem with a homepage is that it's often full of distractions. Menus, different services, blog posts, contact pages, and dozens of different options. A landing page is different. A landing page has one job, one message, one offer, one call to action. Nothing else. Imagine you're a fitness coach. Your landing page might offer a free meal plan, a free consultation, a fitness challenge, or a downloadable guide. The objective is simple: exchange value for contact information. Once the visitor takes action, they become a lead. Now we move into step 3, follow-up. This is where most businesses lose money because most people do not buy immediately. Think about your own behavior. How many times have you visited a website and bought instantly? Probably not very often. Most people need multiple touch points before they make a decision. That's why follow-up matters. This might happen through email marketing, SMS marketing, appointment reminders, educational content, case studies, testimonials. The goal is to build trust. Every email, every message, every interaction moves the prospect a little closer to becoming a customer. Now we reach the final stage, the offer. This is where you present the solution. Your service, your course, your software, your coaching program, your consulting package, or your product. The biggest mistake people make is putting the offer first. Funnels work because they warm people up before asking them to buy. That's why they convert better than simply sending traffic directly to a sales page. Now let's look at what a simple funnel actually looks like. Imagine you're a local business owner. Someone discovers your business on YouTube. They click a link in your description. They land on a page offering a free guide. They enter their email address. They receive a series of helpful emails. They book a consultation. You present your offer and they become a customer. That's a funnel. Not complicated, just a structured journey. Now let's talk about the software side. Years ago, you needed multiple tools to build a funnel like this. For example, ClickFunnels for funnel pages, Lead Pages for landing pages, MailChimp for email marketing, ActiveCampaign for automations, Calendly for appointment booking, HubSpot for CRM management, and Zapier to connect everything together. Today, many businesses use all-in-one platforms that combine these functions together, which is what I'm using for this demonstration. The important thing isn't the software, it's understanding the system. Because software doesn't create sales, strategy creates sales. Now that you understand the strategy, let me show you what this looks like inside a real funnel builder. Here we have a simple funnel. First, we have the landing page. This is where traffic arrives. The page contains a headline, supporting information, social proof, and a call to action. When somebody enters their details, they move to the thank you page. The thank you page confirms the action and tells them what happens next. Behind the scenes, we have an automation. The automation sends follow-up emails, reminders, and additional content automatically. At the same time, the lead is added to the CRM, so we can track where they are in the sales process. If appointments are part of the funnel, we can also connect a booking calendar. And that's really it. Traffic, landing page, thank you page, follow-up, CRM, offer. That's the foundation of most successful funnels you'll see online. Now, before we wrap up, I want to mention something for those of you who decide to use the same platform I'm demonstrating in this tutorial. I've put together what I call the 12K GoHighLevel success system. It includes bonus number 1, the 10-day GoHighLevel success course. Bonus number 2, high converting funnel frameworks. Bonus number 3, AI content creation mastery. Bonus number 4, the 24-hour ranking system. And bonus number 5, an opportunity to apply for my funnel launch partnership program. The goal is simply to help you implement faster and avoid common mistakes. You'll find more information in the description if you'd like to check it out. Let's finish with this. A sales funnel isn't magic, it's simply a system. Traffic, lead capture, follow-up, offer, master those 4 components and you'll be ahead of most businesses online. Start simple, focus on helping people, build trust before you sell, and let the funnel do its job. If you've ever sent people to your website only to find that nobody signs up, books a call, or buys your product, there's a good chance the problem isn't your traffic, it's your landing page. A landing page has one job: to persuade a visitor to take one specific action. When it's built correctly, it can dramatically increase the number of leads and customers your business generates. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to create a high converting landing page from scratch. We'll cover the psychology behind why landing pages work, the essential sections every page should include, and then we'll build one together step by step. If you watched the previous video where we planned our sales funnel, this is where we stop planning and start building. Let's jump in. Before we open any software, let's answer one important question. What exactly is a landing page? A lot of people think it's simply a one-page website. It isn't. A landing page is a standalone page designed around one single objective. That objective might be collecting an email address, booking a consultation, starting a free trial, downloading a guide, or purchasing a product. Unlike a normal website, a landing page removes distractions. There are no unnecessary menu links, no dozens of pages to browse, no competing calls to action. everything points the visitor towards one clear next step. And that's one of the biggest reasons landing pages consistently outperform traditional websites when it comes to generating leads. Pro tip: one page, one objective. If your visitor has 5 different things they can do, they'll often end up doing none of them. Now let's look at the blueprint we'll be following. Every successful landing page is built using the same core structure: a compelling hero section, clear benefits, social proof, a simple explanation of how it works, an about section, frequently asked questions, and a final call to action. Don't worry about making your page look unique. Focus on making it easy to understand. Clarity almost always beats creativity. Now that you understand the strategy, let's build one together. For this demonstration, I'm using an all-in-one marketing platform because it lets me build everything in one place. The important thing isn't the software, it's the structure. These same principles work whether you're using GoHighLevel, ClickFunnels, Lead Pages, WordPress with Elementor, or another landing page builder. Let's start with a blank page. The first thing I'm adding is the hero section. This is the first thing every visitor sees before they scroll. Within a few seconds, they'll decide whether to stay or leave. Your hero section needs to answer one question: why should I care? Let's begin with the headline. One mistake I see all the time is businesses writing headlines about themselves. Instead, write about the outcome your visitor wants. Instead of "Welcome to Evans Marketing," try "Build a high converting funnel that generates more leads." See the difference? The second headline immediately tells the visitor what's in it for them. Now I'll add a short supporting paragraph underneath. This simply expands on the promise. Who is this for? What problem does it solve? How does it help? Keep it concise. Most visitors scan before they read. Next comes our call to action button. I'm placing it directly underneath the headline because if somebody is already convinced, they shouldn't have to scroll to take action. Pro tip: don't make people hunt for your button. If someone is ready to act, make it as easy as possible. Now let's add an image. Your image should reinforce the message. If you're promoting software, show the dashboard. If you're selling a service, show the transformation. If you're building a personal brand, show yourself. The image should support your headline, not distract from it. Now let's move into the benefits section. This is another area where businesses often make mistakes. They list features. Visitors care about benefits. For example, feature: unlimited workflows. Benefit: save hours every week by automating repetitive tasks. Feature: CRM. Benefit: never lose track of another lead again. Always translate features into outcomes. People buy results, not features. Next, we'll add some social proof. Before anyone buys from you, they naturally ask themselves, can I trust this? That's exactly what testimonials, reviews, client logos, and case studies are designed to answer. If you're just starting out and don't have dozens of testimonials yet, don't panic. You can use screenshots of positive feedback, emails from happy clients, before and after examples, or even document your own journey. The objective is to reduce uncertainty. Now let's build a simple how it works section. I love this section because it makes your offer feel easy. Step 1, book a call. Step 2, we'll discuss your goals. Step 3, launch your funnel. Simple. If visitors think something feels complicated, they're more likely to leave. Now let's add a short about section. People buy from people. Even if you're a business, keep this section focused on credibility. Why should someone trust you? What experience do you have? How have you helped people before? Remember, this isn't your life story, it's reassurance. Next, we'll create an FAQ section. By this point, your visitor is interested, but they probably still have questions. How long does it take? Is this suitable for beginners? What's included? What happens after I apply? If you answer those questions before they ask them, you'll remove friction and improve your conversions. Finally, we'll finish with another call to action. One mistake I see all the time is giving people only one button right at the top of the page. If someone has read everything and reached the bottom, don't make them scroll all the way back. Give them another opportunity to take action. Our page is now complete. Let's preview it. Whenever I build a landing page, I always check both the desktop and mobile versions. More than half of your visitors will probably view your page on a mobile phone. Check the spacing, check the text size, check the buttons, check the images. Small adjustments here can make a big difference. Now let's publish the page. Perfect. Let's test it. I'll enter my name, my email address, and click submit. Excellent. The form has worked exactly as expected. Now let's open the contact section. There it is. Our new lead has successfully entered the CRM. At this point, we've successfully built a landing page that captures leads. But there's still one important problem. If somebody signs up today, nothing happens next. They won't receive a welcome email. They won't receive any follow-up. The relationship ends the moment they submit the form. That's exactly what we're going to fix in the next video. I'll show you how to connect this landing page to an automated email marketing system that welcomes every new lead, builds trust over time, and helps turn more visitors into customers. If you've ever collected an email address through your website, landing page, or lead magnet, but then had no idea what to send next, this video is for you, because getting someone onto your email list is only the beginning. The real value of email marketing comes from what happens after someone signs up. What email do they receive first? How do you introduce yourself? How do you build trust? And how do you eventually turn a subscriber into a customer without constantly sending promotional emails? In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up email marketing from scratch. We'll cover how email marketing actually works, what you need before you start, how to organize your contacts, how to create your first email, and then we'll set up a simple welcome sequence step by step. And if you watch the previous videos in this series, this is where everything starts connecting together. We first mapped out the sales funnel, then we created the landing page that captures the lead. Now, we're going to set up the emails that continue the conversation after that person signs up. Let's get started. Before we open any software, we need to understand what email marketing actually is. At its simplest, email marketing is a way of communicating directly with people who have given you permission to contact them. And that permission is incredibly valuable. Think about what happens on social media. You publish a post or upload a video, but you don't control exactly who sees it. A platform decides how far that content travels. Email is different. When someone joins your email list, you now have a direct communication channel with that person. You can welcome them, you can send useful content, you can share your latest videos, you can follow up with them. And when it makes sense, you can introduce a product or service that could help them. But good email marketing isn't about collecting thousands of email addresses and constantly sending sales pitches. It's about building a relationship over time. For this tutorial, we're going to keep the system very simple. There are 5 basic parts. You need a way for someone to join your list. You need somewhere to store their contact information. You need an email address to send from. You need the actual emails you want to send. And finally, you need a system that connects those pieces together. In the previous video, we already built the first part, the landing page. So now let's set up what happens after someone fills in that form. I'm going to demonstrate this inside GoHighLevel because it allows us to keep the landing page, contacts, email marketing, and eventually our automations in one system. Once I log into my account, the first place I want to show you is the contacts section. This is effectively the database behind your email marketing system. Every time someone submits the form on our landing page, their information can be stored here. So instead of having email addresses scattered across spreadsheets, forms, and different pieces of software, everything is kept in one place. If I open a contact record, you can see the information we have about that person. Their name, their email address, their phone number if we collected it, any tags that have been added, and a history of their communication with the business. Now, as your list grows, organization becomes increasingly important. Imagine having 10,000 contacts and sending exactly the same message to every single person. Some might be brand new subscribers. Some may have already bought from you. Some may be interested in one service but not another, and some may not have opened an email in months. This is why email marketers use things like lists, tags, and segments. But if you're just getting started, don't overcomplicate this. For our example, I'm going to create a simple tag connected to the offer we created in the previous video. The landing page offer was based around building a high converting funnel. So we could use a tag such as funnel lead. Now, whenever someone signs up through that specific page, we know exactly where they came from and what they were interested in. Later, if we create another lead magnet about email marketing or appointment booking, those subscribers can be organized differently. This becomes very useful as your marketing system grows, but now we need to create the most important email in the entire process, the first email. Think about this from the subscriber's point of view. They've just discovered your page. They've trusted you enough to enter their information, and now they're waiting to see what happens. Silence at this point is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. The first email should arrive quickly, confirm what they signed up for, and tell them what to expect next. So let's create one. Inside the email section, I'm going to create a new email. Now, depending on your business, you can create highly designed newsletters with images, buttons, multiple sections, and branded graphics. But for this example, I'm going to keep things simple. In many cases, a clean, personal looking email can work extremely well because it feels like genuine communication rather than an advertisement. Let's start with the subject line. The job of the subject line is simple. Get the right person curious enough to open the email without misleading them. For this example, I could use, "Your funnel guide is ready." That's clear, it's relevant, and it immediately connects the email with the action the subscriber just took. Next comes the opening. I want to acknowledge why they're receiving the email. So I could write, "Hi there, thanks for requesting the funnel launch guide. Over the next few days, I'm going to show you how the different parts of a high converting marketing system fit together, from your landing page and email follow-up to automation and lead management." You can access the guide here. Then I would add one clear button or link. Notice that I'm not trying to sell 5 different things in this email. The subscriber took one action, so I want to give them one clear next step. Then I can finish with something simple like, "Keep an eye on your inbox because tomorrow I'll show you the first thing I would fix if a funnel is generating traffic but failing to generate leads. Speak soon, Evans." That's it. The email has done its job. It welcomed the subscriber, it delivered what was promised, and it created a reason to open the next email. One thing I recommend before sending any email is checking the mobile preview. A large percentage of people will read your emails on their phones, so look at the email as they will see it. Are the paragraphs too long? Is the button easy to tap? Does the subject line make sense? Are the images displaying correctly? You don't want to spend hours creating an email that looks perfect on a large monitor but is almost impossible to read on a phone. Now that we have our first email, we need to think beyond one message. This is where an email sequence comes in. An email sequence is simply a planned series of emails designed to move someone from one stage of the relationship to another. For a new subscriber, I recommend starting with a simple welcome sequence. You don't need 30 emails. You don't need complicated branching logic. You don't need to build some enormous system before you've sent your first message. Start with 3 to 5 useful emails. For example, our sequence could look something like this. Email 1 delivers what the subscriber requested and welcomes them. Email 2 teaches them something useful related to the problem they want to solve. Email 3 addresses a common mistake or misconception. Email 4 shares an example, result, or case study. And email 5 introduces a logical next step. The important thing is that the emails should feel connected. A mistake I see beginners make is treating every email as a completely separate broadcast. Monday, they send a marketing tip. Wednesday, they promote a product. Friday, they talk about something completely unrelated. There is no journey. Instead, think of your sequence like a short course. Every email should naturally lead into the next. For the funnel example we've been building throughout this series, our emails could follow the same journey as the videos. The first email could explain the basic funnel structure. The next could show how to improve the landing page. Then we could explain how email follow-up works. After that, we could introduce automation. And eventually, we could show how all of those systems connect together. This is actually one of the most powerful ways to use email marketing alongside content. Instead of constantly trying to create completely separate content for YouTube, email, and your website, you can create one connected ecosystem. Your video attracts the viewer. Your landing page captures the lead. Your emails continue the education. And each email can send the subscriber back to useful videos, resources, or offers. Now, before we finish, I want to show you how I would test this system. This part is important because a funnel isn't finished just because you've built the pages and written the emails. I would open the landing page we created in the previous video and submit the form using a test email address. Then I would check the contact section. Has the contact appeared? Is the correct information attached? Has the correct tag been applied? Then I would check the inbox. Did the email arrive? Does the subject line look correct? Does the email display properly on mobile? And most importantly, does the link work? Click through the entire journey yourself. Never assume that because everything looks correct inside the software, the subscriber experience is working perfectly. Test it like a real customer. So at this point, look at what we've built. We have a sales funnel strategy, we have a landing page, we have a way to capture leads. We have somewhere to store those contacts. And now we have emails ready to continue the conversation. But at the moment, we're still looking at the individual pieces. The next step is where things become really interesting. Because what if the system could automatically react to what a lead does? What if one action triggered an email? Another action moved a lead into a different stage, and another action automatically created a follow-up task? That's what we're going to build in the next video when I show you how to automate your marketing. If you've been following this series, we've already built a solid foundation. First, we mapped out our sales funnel. Then we created a landing page to capture leads. In the last video, we built an email marketing system to continue the conversation after someone signs up. But there's still one big problem. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and finding that 50 people have filled in your form overnight. Would you manually send 50 welcome emails? Would you manually organize every contact? Would you remember exactly when to send the next email to each person? Probably not. And that's exactly why marketing automation exists. Marketing automation doesn't replace good marketing. It simply makes sure the right things happen automatically every single time someone interacts with your business. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what marketing automation is, why businesses use it, and then we'll build a simple automation workflow together from scratch. By the end of this video, you'll understand how all the pieces we've created so far begin working together automatically. Let's get started. Before we open any software, let's answer one simple question. What exactly is marketing automation? Marketing automation is the process of allowing software to complete repetitive marketing tasks automatically based on actions people take. Instead of manually responding every time somebody fills in a form, books an appointment, or downloads a guide, the system does it for you. Think about our funnel. Somebody watches one of our YouTube videos. They click the link in the description, they arrive on our landing page, they submit their details. Now imagine everything that happens next. The contact is added to our database. A tag is applied, a welcome email is sent, the email sequence begins. If they book an appointment, they're moved into the next stage of our sales process. None of those tasks need to be completed manually. That's marketing automation. Notice something important. The automation isn't making marketing decisions. It's simply carrying out the process we've already planned. Automation delivers the right message at the right time. It doesn't replace strategy. It supports it. I like to think about marketing automation using 4 simple stages: capture, respond, nurture, convert. Capture is when someone enters your marketing system. usually by completing a form or requesting something valuable. Respond is what happens immediately afterwards. Deliver the guide, send the welcome email, confirm the booking. Nurture is where you continue building trust over time through useful emails and valuable content. And finally, convert. This is where somebody books a consultation, purchases your product, or takes whatever action your business is designed to achieve. Once you understand those 4 stages, automation becomes much easier to understand because every workflow is simply moving somebody from one stage to the next. Now let's build our first automation. I'm going to continue using the same marketing system we've been building throughout this series. We already have our landing page. We already have our email. Now we simply need to connect them together. Inside GoHighLevel, I'm going to open the workflow builder. Think of a workflow as a set of instructions. If this happens, then do this. Everything begins with a trigger. Our trigger is simple. When somebody submits the landing page form, start this workflow. That's the event that tells the system to begin working. Once the trigger has been added, we can start adding actions. Our first action will be to apply a tag. I'm going to add the tag funnel lead. Why? Because organization matters. Later, if somebody downloads a different guide or joins through another landing page, we'll know exactly where they came from. Instead of one huge list of contacts, we'll have organized groups that are much easier to manage. That's our first action complete. Next, let's send the welcome email we created in the previous lesson. Rather than writing a brand new email every single time somebody signs up, we simply tell the workflow, when this form is submitted, send welcome email number 1. That's it. The system does the rest automatically. Our automation is already starting to take shape. Now let's make it feel a little more human. The next action I'm going to add is a short delay. Rather than sending every email within a few seconds, I'll tell the workflow to wait one day. This gives the subscriber time to read the first email before receiving the next one. Good marketing doesn't feel rushed, it feels natural. After the 1-day delay, we'll send our second email. Remember the sequence we discussed in the previous video. The first email welcomed the subscriber and delivered what they requested. The second email should continue helping them. For our example, this email could explain one of the biggest mistakes businesses make when building a sales funnel and how to avoid it. Already, our system is doing something valuable without us needing to remember to send each message manually. Now let's make the workflow a little smarter. This is where you can also add conditions. Maybe someone has booked an appointment. Maybe they've purchased a product. Maybe they've clicked a link in one of your emails. Depending on what they do, you can send them down completely different paths. We'll build these conditions in much more detail as we continue through the rest of this series. For now, I simply want you to understand that workflows can make decisions automatically based on what somebody does. That's what makes marketing automation so powerful. Now let's zoom out and look at the workflow we've built. Someone watches one of our YouTube videos. They click the link in the description. They arrive on our landing page. They enter their details. Our workflow starts automatically. The system applies a tag so we know exactly where they came from. It immediately sends the welcome email we created in the previous lesson. It waits 1 day, then it sends the next email in our sequence. If the subscriber books an appointment, the workflow updates automatically. If they don't, the nurturing process continues. Notice what we've done. We haven't built a complicated automation with dozens of branches and conditions. We've simply automated the repetitive tasks that happen every single time somebody becomes a lead. And that's exactly where I recommend every beginner starts. One mistake I see people make is trying to automate absolutely everything on day one. They create huge workflows with dozens of conditions, timers, and actions. After a few days, they can't even remember how their own automation works. Keep it simple. If a task happens every single time someone signs up, that's usually a good candidate for automation. As your business grows, you can always add more workflows later. Another mistake is forgetting to test everything. Never assume your automation is working just because you clicked publish. Let's test the system together. I'll open the landing page we built earlier and submit the form using a test email address. Now let's check the contact section. Perfect, our new contact has appeared. The funnel lead tag has been applied automatically. Now let's check the inbox. There's our welcome email. The subject line looks correct. The formatting looks good. The button works exactly as expected. Tomorrow, if I check this same contact again, the second email will be sent automatically without me doing anything. That's exactly what we want. Think about how much time this saves. Whether one person signs up today or 100 people sign up tomorrow, every single person receives exactly the same professional experience. Nobody gets forgotten. Nobody waits 3 days for a reply. Everybody enters the same structured journey. That's the real benefit of marketing automation. It's not about replacing people. It's about creating consistency. Before we finish, let's look at everything we've built so far. We started by understanding how a sales funnel works. Then we created a landing page to capture leads. Next, we built an email marketing system to communicate with those leads. And today we've connected everything together with automation. But there's still one important question. Where do all of these contacts actually go? How do you know who's interested, who's booked an appointment, who's become a customer, and who's still waiting for a follow-up? That's exactly what a CRM is designed to solve. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to set up a CRM for your business. Organize your contacts, build your sales pipeline, and keep track of every lead from their very first inquiry through to becoming a customer. By the end of that lesson, you'll have another major piece of your marketing system in place. If you're following this series from the beginning, you're no longer just learning individual marketing skills. You're building a complete business system one step at a time. If you've ever lost a lead because you forgot to follow up, couldn't remember where a customer came from, or spent ages searching through emails trying to find somebody's details, then you don't have a lead generation problem. You have an organization problem. As your business grows, keeping track of customers becomes almost impossible unless you have a proper system in place. That's exactly where a CRM comes in. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what a CRM is, why every business should have one, and how to build a simple CRM from scratch. We'll also connect it to everything we've already built throughout this series so you can see how all the pieces work together. Let's get started. Before we build anything, let's answer one simple question. What exactly is a CRM? CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. That might sound technical, but the idea is actually very simple. Think of it as a digital filing cabinet for every person who interacts with your business. Instead of keeping names in your phone, spreadsheets on your computer, emails in your inbox, and appointment notes somewhere else, everything is stored in one central location. Every lead, every customer, every conversation, every appointment, every email, every note, everything stays together. That means whenever somebody contacts you, you immediately know who they are, how they found you, what they've downloaded, whether they've booked an appointment, and where they currently are in your sales process. Without a CRM, you're relying on memory. With a CRM, your business remembers everything for you. Now let's connect this to what we've already built in this series. We started by creating a sales funnel. Then we built a landing page where visitors could submit their information. Next, we created an email marketing system so every new lead automatically receives helpful emails. In the previous lesson, we connected everything together using marketing automation. Now here's the question. Once somebody fills in that form and enters your automation, where do they actually go? The answer is your CRM. Your CRM becomes the home for every lead your business generates. Instead of disappearing into your inbox, every contact is automatically stored, organized, and ready for you to manage. Let's build one. Inside GoHighLevel, open the contact section. This is where every person who interacts with your business will appear. Whenever somebody completes your landing page form, their details are automatically added here. You'll see information like their name, email address, phone number, when they were created, and where they came from. Already, that's far more useful than a spreadsheet because everything updates automatically. As your business grows, this list could contain hundreds or even thousands of contacts. That's why organization becomes so important. One of the easiest ways to organize your contacts is by using tags. Think of tags as labels. Instead of treating everyone the same, you can instantly identify different groups of people. For example, somebody who downloaded your lead magnet could receive a tag called funnel lead. Someone who books an appointment might receive appointment booked. When they become a customer, you could add another tag called customer. If they purchase a premium service, maybe they receive a VIP client tag. Now, instead of searching through hundreds of contacts individually, you can instantly filter exactly who you're looking for. Tags become even more powerful because your automations can apply them automatically. Remember the workflow we built in the last lesson? As soon as someone submitted the form, we automatically added a tag. That means every new lead enters our CRM already organized without us having to do anything manually. This is where your marketing system really starts working together. Another useful feature you'll find inside a CRM is smart lists. Think of smart lists as saved filters. Instead of searching every time, you can create lists that automatically display people matching certain conditions. For example, you could have a list showing only new leads from the last 7 days, another showing only customers, another showing people who've booked appointments, another showing people who haven't been contacted yet. Every time someone meets those conditions, they'll automatically appear in the correct list. Again, no manual work required. Now let's look at one of the most important parts of a CRM, your sales pipeline. A lot of beginners confuse a CRM with a pipeline, but they actually do different jobs. Your CRM stores your contacts. Your pipeline shows where each contact is in your sales process. For example, somebody might start as a new lead. After you've spoken with them, you move them to contacted. If they book a consultation, they move into appointment booked. After sending a proposal, they move into proposal sent. And finally, when they purchase, they become a customer. Instead of wondering where everyone is, you can see your entire business at a glance. As deals move forward, you simply move the contact into the next stage. Many of these movements can even happen automatically using workflows, which makes your CRM even more powerful. Let's open one individual contact. This is where you'll see the complete history of your relationship with that person. You'll be able to see every email they've received, every note you've added, every appointment they've booked, every tag they've been assigned, every workflow they've entered, every interaction with your business. Imagine somebody contacts you 6 months after downloading your free guide. Instead of asking them lots of questions to work out who they are, you simply open their profile and immediately see everything that's happened. That saves time, improves customer service, and helps you build much stronger relationships. This is one of the biggest reasons businesses invest in CRM systems. They don't just store contacts, they store context. Every customer has a story, and your CRM remembers it. Now let's step back and look at everything we've built throughout this series. We started by understanding how a sales funnel works. Then we built a landing page to collect leads. After that, we created an email marketing system. Next, we automated the entire process so every lead received the same professional experience automatically. And today, we've created somewhere for all those leads to live. Now, every person who enters our business is captured, organized, followed up, and managed inside one connected system. Notice how each lesson builds on the last one. Individually, each tool is useful. Together, they become a complete marketing system that can help you generate leads, nurture relationships, and grow your business far more efficiently. But we're still missing one important piece. What happens when somebody actually wants to speak with you? How do they book a call? How do you avoid double bookings? How do automatic reminders get sent? That's exactly what we'll build in the next lesson when we create your appointment booking system. If you've been following this series, we've built something pretty impressive already. We created a sales funnel, we built a landing page, we set up email marketing, we automated our marketing, and in the last video, we built a CRM to organize every lead that enters our business. But there's still one important question. What happens when somebody actually wants to speak with you? Do they email you? Do they message you? Do you spend half the day going backwards and forwards trying to find a time that works? For many businesses, that's exactly what happens. And it's one of the easiest places to lose potential customers. That's why every modern business should have an appointment booking system. Instead of asking people to contact you, you simply allow them to choose an available time that works for both of you. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to build one from scratch. We'll create a booking calendar, connect it to our business, test it together, and by the end of this video, you'll have another important piece of your marketing system completed. Let's get started. Before we build anything, let's answer one simple question. What is an appointment booking system? It's simply an online calendar that allows people to schedule time with you without needing to email or call first. Instead of messages like, "Are you free Tuesday?" "No." "How about Wednesday?" "I can't do Wednesday." "What about Friday morning?" The customer simply opens your booking page, sees your availability, chooses a time, and confirms the appointment. The system does the rest. It adds the meeting to your calendar, it confirms the booking, and it can even send reminders automatically. That creates a much better experience for both you and your customer. Now let's connect this to everything we've already built. Somebody watches one of our YouTube videos. They visit our landing page, they download our free guide, they receive our email sequence, and they become interested in working with us. What's the next logical step? Booking a conversation. This is where the appointment booking system fits into the customer journey. Let's build it. Inside GoHighLevel, I'm going to open the calendars section. The first thing we need to do is create a new calendar. We'll give it a name. For this example, I'll call it strategy session. Next, we choose how long each appointment should last. This will depend on your business. A consultation might be 30 minutes, a coaching session might be 1 hour. A quick discovery call might only be 15 minutes. I'm going to choose 30 minutes. Now we need to tell the system when we're actually available. This is one of the most important settings. Rather than letting people book you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we're going to define our working hours. For example, Monday to Friday between 9 o'clock and 5 o'clock. Now let's talk about something many beginners forget. Buffer time. Imagine finishing one meeting at 10 o'clock and the next one starts immediately at 10 o'clock. There's no time to prepare, no time to make notes, no time to grab a drink. Adding a 15-minute buffer between appointments makes your day much easier to manage and creates a far better experience. Once our availability has been set, we can customize the booking page. We'll add a title, a short description explaining what the meeting is about, and we'll ask for a few simple details such as the person's name, email address, and phone number. Remember, only ask for information you genuinely need. Long forms usually reduce the number of people who complete the booking. Now let's look at what happens after somebody books. The system automatically creates the appointment. It adds the meeting to your calendar. It sends a confirmation email, and it can also send reminder emails before the meeting begins. Those reminders are incredibly valuable because they reduce the number of people who forget to attend. Now let's test everything. I'll open the booking page just as one of my customers would. I'll choose an available date, select a time, complete the form, and confirm the appointment. Now let's check the system. Inside the calendar, there's the booking. Inside the CRM, the contact has been updated and the confirmation email has already been scheduled. Everything is working automatically. Notice what we've built now. Our landing page captures the lead. Our emails continue the conversation. Our automation manages the journey. Our CRM keeps everything organized. And now our booking system allows people to schedule time with us without any manual effort. That's exactly what a connected marketing system should do. It removes repetitive tasks and creates a smooth experience for every new lead. Before we finish, Let's quickly recap everything we've built throughout this series. We started by understanding how a sales funnel works. Then we built a landing page. Next, we created an email marketing system. After that, we automated the process. Then we organized our leads inside a CRM. And today we've given people an easy way to book appointments with us. Our business is starting to run more like a system rather than a collection of separate tools. But we're not finished yet. Just because somebody books a meeting doesn't mean they'll become a customer. Some people miss appointments. Some need reminding. Some need another follow-up after the call. That's exactly what we'll build in the next video. I'll show you how to automate your follow-up process so no lead slips through the cracks and every opportunity receives the attention it deserves. If you've been following this series, we've built an entire marketing system from scratch. We started by planning our sales funnel, then we created a landing page to capture leads. We built an email marketing system. We automated that marketing. We organized everything inside a CRM. And in the last video, we created an appointment booking system so customers could schedule meetings without sending messages back and forth. At this point, you might think the system is complete. But there's still one important piece missing. What happens after somebody books? Do they remember the appointment? What if they don't show up? What if they attend but need a few days before making a decision? What if they simply stop replying? If you're relying on memory to keep track of every customer, eventually somebody gets forgotten. That's why every successful business has a follow-up process. And even better, they automate it. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what follow-up automation is, why businesses use it, and then we'll build a simple follow-up workflow together from scratch. By the end of this video, your marketing system won't stop after someone books an appointment. It will continue guiding your customers automatically. Let's get started. Before we open any software, let's answer one simple question. What exactly is follow-up automation? Follow-up automation is the process of automatically communicating with your customers after they take an action. That action could be submitting a form, booking an appointment, missing an appointment, making a purchase, or even becoming a customer. Instead of manually remembering who needs an email or a reminder, software automatically sends the right communication at the right time. Think about the last time you booked a dentist appointment, a haircut, or even a table at a restaurant. Almost immediately, you received a confirmation email or text message. A little closer to the appointment, you probably received a reminder. If the appointment changed, you were notified automatically. Nobody was sitting behind a computer manually sending every one of those messages. The system was doing it for them. Businesses use exactly the same idea. The difference is they apply it throughout the entire customer journey. Let's think about the journey we've been building throughout this series. Someone watches one of your YouTube videos. They click the link in the description. They arrive on your landing page. They submit their details. They're added to your CRM. They receive your welcome email. They book an appointment. Now imagine that's where everything stops. No confirmation, no reminders, no thank you email, no follow-up if they missed the meeting, no invitation to book again. Your business eventually wasn't people good lose interest because life gets not busy. Because people get distracted, they forget. Automation solves that problem. Instead of relying on memory, your business continues the conversation automatically. It creates a better experience for your customers while saving you hours of repetitive work. One important thing to understand is that not every customer needs exactly the same follow-up. Someone who books an appointment needs a confirmation. Someone who attends the meeting probably needs the next steps. Someone who misses the meeting needs another opportunity to reschedule. A customer who buys your service might receive onboarding information. Later, they could receive a review request, and eventually they might hear about another product or service you offer. Notice something. Every stage of the customer journey is simply another follow-up. The goal isn't to send more emails. The goal is to send the right message at the right time. Now let's build one of the most common follow-up systems. Inside GoHighLevel, we'll create a new workflow. Just like our previous automations, we'll begin by choosing a trigger. This time, the trigger will be appointment booked. As soon as somebody books a meeting, the workflow begins automatically. The first action we'll add is a confirmation email. This reassures the customer that everything has been booked successfully and reminds them of the appointment details. Next, we'll add a wait step. For example, we might wait until 24 hours before the appointment. After that, we'll send a reminder email. You could also send an SMS reminder 1 hour before the meeting begins. These reminders dramatically reduce missed appointments and help customers arrive prepared. Now let's look at what happens after the appointment. This is where automation becomes really powerful. Rather than adding more steps to our reminder workflow, I'm going to create a separate follow-up workflow. This workflow starts after the appointment has finished and automatically reacts to what happened. If the appointment was attended, we'll send a thank you email. If the appointment was missed, we'll create a second workflow that sends a different email inviting them to reschedule. Splitting automations into smaller workflows keeps everything much easier to manage, especially as your business grows. Nobody has to remember to send these emails manually. As soon as the appointment status is updated, the correct workflow starts automatically. If they attended, they receive a thank you email. If they didn't attend, they receive an invitation to reschedule. Everything happens automatically, saving time while making sure every customer receives the right follow-up. Before we finish, here are a few simple follow-up tips that will make your automations much more effective. First, don't overwhelm people with too many messages. Every email should have a purpose. Second, always provide value. Your follow-up shouldn't feel like spam. Every message should help move the customer towards the next stage of their journey. Third, personalize your communication whenever possible. Even something as simple as using someone's first name can make your messages feel much more natural. And finally, review your workflows regularly. As your business grows, you'll probably discover better ways to improve your customer journey. Automation isn't something you build once and forget forever. It's something you continue improving over time. Let's look at what we've built now. Someone discovers your business. They visit your landing page. They submit their details. They're added to your CRM. They receive automated emails. They book an appointment. They receive reminders. If they attend, they receive the next steps. If they miss the appointment, they're invited to reschedule. Everything continues automatically. That's what follow-up automation is really about. Not replacing people, making sure nobody gets forgotten. In the next video, we'll build another important part of our marketing system. Once you've delivered a great customer experience, you need a way to encourage happy customers to leave reviews. Those reviews build trust, improve your reputation, and help attract even more customers. So in the next lesson, I'll show you exactly how to automate your Google review requests step by step. If you've been following this series, we've now built almost every major part of a complete marketing system. We've created our sales funnel, we've built our landing page, we've set up email marketing, we've automated our marketing, we've organized our contacts inside a CRM, we've built an appointment booking system, and in the last video, we automated our follow-up process. Now there's one final piece that many businesses completely overlook: reviews. Think about the last time you searched for a plumber, a restaurant, a dentist, or even a software company. Did you simply choose the first business you saw? Probably not. You looked at the reviews. You looked at how many people had used the business before. You looked at the star rating, and you probably read a few customer experiences before making your decision. That's exactly what your potential customers are doing as well. Every review you receive acts as proof that real people have trusted your business. The more positive reviews you have, the easier it becomes for future customers to trust you too. But here's where many businesses make a mistake. They assume customers will naturally leave reviews after receiving a great service. Unfortunately, that rarely happens. Most customers are happy to leave a review. They simply forget. They're busy. Life gets in the way. And before long, your excellent service has been forgotten. That's why successful businesses don't rely on memory. They build a system. Instead of hoping customers remember to leave a review, they automatically remind them at exactly the right time. That's what we're going to build in this lesson. By the end of this video, you'll understand why reviews are so important, when you should ask for them, and how to automate the entire process inside GoHighLevel so every happy customer has the opportunity to leave a review automatically. Let's get started. The first thing to understand is that Google reviews aren't just about collecting 5-star ratings. They influence how people perceive your business before they ever contact you. Imagine two businesses offering exactly the same service. One has 6 reviews, the other has over 300 reviews with an average rating of 4.9 stars. Which business feels more trustworthy? For most people, the answer is obvious. Reviews create confidence. They reduce uncertainty. They help customers feel more comfortable choosing you over your competitors. They can also improve your visibility in local search, making it easier for people to discover your business in the first place. This emphasis on reviews improving trust, visibility, and customer confidence is consistent across the top performing videos in your research. The question isn't whether reviews matter. The question is how to generate them consistently. And that starts with timing. The timing of your review request can make all the difference. If you ask too early, your customer may not have experienced enough value yet. If you wait too long, they may have forgotten about you altogether. The best time to ask for a review is immediately after you've delivered a positive experience. For some businesses, that might be after completing a job. For others, it could be after a successful appointment, a completed project, or once a customer has received their order. The key is to ask while the experience is still fresh in their mind. Another common mistake businesses make is making the process too difficult. Imagine receiving an email asking you to leave a review, but first you have to search for the business on Google, find the correct listing, sign in, and then finally write your review. Most people simply won't bother. The easier you make the process, the more reviews you'll receive. That's why you should always provide a direct link to your Google review page. Instead of asking customers to search for your business, send them straight to the review form. Some businesses also place QR codes on invoices, receipts, business cards, or even inside their premises, allowing customers to scan the code with their phone and leave a review within seconds. Small changes like these remove friction and significantly increase the chances of someone actually completing the review. Now let's build a simple review request automation inside GoHighLevel. Just like the workflows we've built throughout this series, we'll begin by creating a brand new workflow. This workflow has one simple purpose. Whenever a customer reaches the point where you've successfully delivered your service, the workflow automatically sends a review request. Exactly how you trigger this workflow will depend on your business. You might trigger it when an appointment is marked as completed. You might trigger it when a customer is moved into a completed stage inside your CRM, or perhaps after an order has been fulfilled. The important thing is that the automation starts only after the customer has had a positive experience with your business. Once the trigger is in place, we'll add our first action. We'll send an SMS thanking the customer for choosing our business. Keep the message short, friendly, and personal. For example, "Hi John, thank you for choosing us today. We hope you had a great experience. We'd really appreciate it if you could spare a minute to leave us a Google review using the link below." Then simply include your Google review link. That's all they need. Next, we'll add an email. Some customers respond better to text messages. Others prefer email. By using both, you're giving yourself the best chance of reaching them. Again, keep the email simple. Thank them for their business. Explain that their feedback helps other customers make informed decisions. Then include a clear call to action button, linking directly to your Google review page. One thing that's important to understand is that you should never ask specifically for a 5-star review. Instead, invite customers to leave an honest review based on their experience. Authentic feedback builds trust. protects your reputation, and follows Google's guidelines. After sending the initial request, we can also build one gentle reminder. Many customers genuinely intend to leave a review but simply forget. By adding a delay of 3 or 4 days before sending a final reminder, you'll often receive additional reviews without being intrusive. Keep the reminder polite. If they still don't leave a review after that, simply end the workflow. You don't want customers to feel like they're being chased. Now let's zoom out and look at the complete customer journey we've built throughout this series. Someone discovers your business. They visit your landing page, they submit their details, they're added to your CRM. They receive automated emails, they book an appointment, they receive reminders, they receive follow-up communication. And once you've successfully delivered your service, they're automatically invited to leave a review. Every customer experiences the same professional journey. Nothing gets forgotten, nothing depends on memory, and your reputation continues to grow automatically over time. There's one final habit that separates great businesses from average ones. Respond to every review you receive. When someone leaves positive feedback, thank them. When someone leaves constructive criticism, reply professionally and show that you're willing to improve. Future customers often read your responses just as much as they read the reviews themselves. By engaging with your customers, you're demonstrating that you genuinely care about the people you serve. Let's quickly recap what we've covered today. Google reviews build trust. They help potential customers feel confident choosing your business. The best time to ask for a review is immediately after delivering a positive experience. Making the process as simple as possible dramatically increases the number of reviews you'll receive. And by automating your review request inside GoHighLevel, every satisfied customer receives the same consistent experience without creating extra work for you. We've now built another important part of our complete marketing system. We've created a sales funnel, we've built a landing page, we've set up email marketing, we've automated our marketing, we've organized our contacts inside a CRM, we've built an appointment booking system, we've automated our follow-up process, and now we've built a system for consistently generating Google reviews. But there's still one important question we haven't answered. Why would someone give you their email address in the first place? Before anyone enters your marketing system, you need to offer them something valuable in return. That's exactly what we'll be building in the next lesson. I'll show you how to create a lead magnet that attracts your ideal customers, provides genuine value, and gives people a compelling reason to join your marketing funnel. I'll see you in the next video. If you've been following this series, we've built almost everything a business needs to generate customers online. We've created a sales funnel, we've built a landing page, we've set up email marketing, we've automated our marketing, we've organized everything inside a CRM. We've created an appointment booking system, we've automated our follow-up process, and we've even built a system to collect Google reviews. But there's still one important question. Why would anyone actually give you their email address in the first place? That's exactly what we're going to answer today, because the truth is, people don't wake up in the morning hoping to join another email list. They don't think, I really hope another business starts sending me emails. They want help. They want answers. They want solutions. That's where a lead magnet comes in. A lead magnet is simply something valuable that you give away for free in exchange for someone's contact details. Instead of asking someone to subscribe, you're offering them something that solves a real problem. It could be a checklist, a guide, a template, a cheat sheet, a calculator, a resource, or even a short video training. The format doesn't matter nearly as much as the value it provides. Think about it like this. Imagine you're trying to lose weight. Would you rather join somebody's email list or download a free 7-day meal plan that helps you start today? Or imagine you're starting a business. Would you rather receive random marketing emails or download a complete marketing blueprint that shows you exactly what to build? The answer is obvious. People don't want more emails, they want progress. And that's exactly why lead magnets work so well. They remove the risk. Instead of asking someone to buy immediately, you're allowing them to experience your knowledge first. You're building trust before asking for anything in return. That's why businesses across almost every industry use lead magnets. Accountants offer tax checklists, estate agents offer home buying guides, fitness coaches offer workout plans, lawyers offer legal templates, marketing agencies offer strategy guides. Every one of them is solving an immediate problem. So how do you create a lead magnet that people actually want? The first step is identifying one specific problem. Don't try to solve everything. The more focused your lead magnet is, the more valuable it feels. For example, instead of creating a guide called Everything About Marketing, create something called 10 Steps to Build Your First Sales Funnel. Instead of Learn Fitness, create 7 home workouts you can do in 20 minutes. People are much more likely to download something that promises one clear outcome. The second step is making it quick to consume. One mistake beginners make is trying to write a 200-page ebook. That usually means they never finish it. And even if they do, most people won't read it. Instead, create something somebody can use immediately. A checklist, a worksheet, a template, a short guide, something that delivers a quick win. Remember, the goal isn't to teach everything. It's to solve one problem really well. The third step is connecting your lead magnet to the next stage of your customer journey. Your lead magnet shouldn't be the end. It should naturally lead people towards your product or service. For example, throughout this series, we've been building a complete marketing system. So instead of creating a random PDF, our lead magnet could be called the Complete Marketing System Blueprint. Inside it, we'd include a sales funnel checklist, a landing page framework, an email sequence template, a CRM setup guide, an automation checklist, a follow-up workflow, a review request template, everything we've built throughout this series. Now that has genuine value. And naturally, people who download it are interested in learning more about building their business. Now let's build one. Inside GoHighLevel, we'll create a new funnel and add a simple opt-in page. We'll add a headline explaining exactly what people will receive, a short description explaining the benefit, a form asking for their first name and email address, and a call to action button inviting them to download the guide. Once they submit the form, GoHighLevel stores their details inside the CRM. They're automatically added to our email list, a tag is applied, our welcome email is triggered, and the lead magnet is delivered automatically. No manual work required. This is where everything we've built throughout this series starts working together. Someone watches one of your YouTube videos, they click the link in the description, they arrive on your landing page, they download your lead magnet, their details are stored inside your CRM. Your email sequence begins. If they book an appointment, your follow-up automation starts. Once you've helped them, your review system asks for a Google review. Every lesson we've covered connects together into one complete marketing system. And that's why lead magnets are so powerful. They're often the very first step in building trust with a future customer. Let's quickly recap. A lead magnet is something valuable you give away in exchange for someone's contact details. It should solve one specific problem. It should be quick to consume. It should deliver an immediate win. And it should naturally lead people into the next stage of your marketing system. So let's take one final look at what we've built. Someone discovers one of your YouTube videos. They click the link in the description. They arrive on your landing page. They download your lead magnet. Their details are stored inside your CRM. Your welcome email is sent automatically. Your email sequence begins. If they book an appointment, your booking system handles the scheduling. Your reminder workflows reduce no-shows. After the appointment, your follow-up automation continues the conversation. Once you've delivered a great service, your review workflow asks for a Google review. Every single step works together. That's what a marketing system really is. It's not one piece of software, it's not one landing page, it's not one email. It's a collection of connected systems that work together to move complete strangers towards becoming happy customers. The great news is that you've now built every one of those systems throughout this series. You don't need to build everything perfectly on day one. Start with one piece, improve it over time, continue testing, continue learning, and before long, you'll have a marketing system that works for your business 24 hours a day. I hope you've enjoyed this series and found it useful. If you have, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel and shared it with someone who could benefit from it. And if you'd like help implementing everything we've built throughout this course, you'll find more information in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next series.